The Princeton Tigers improved to 6-1 in Ivy League play, an 88-83 overtime victory over the Columbia Lions at Levien Gym in Manhattan. Mitch Henderson, the head coach of the Princeton Tigers, joining us. And the second you saw that score, 88-83 final, and you're figuring out, how did we win this game? What are you thinking the second the buzzer sounds in overtime?
We were really fortunate. I think Columbia is really good, and we were, I think, very lucky to be going in overtime and to come out of here with a win, because we were down 11 or so. But I will say, while you're fortunate and you need a lot of lucky bounces and things to go your way, you also have to believe that you can do it. And we had a game like this against Penn when we came back from down 11. And they don't quit. There's a lot of fight with this group, and I'm really proud of them.
You mentioned you found yourself to be lucky to go to overtime. Is luck spelled Devin Kennedy?
Yes, it is. In order to win a game like that, you got to make a couple shots that you probably shouldn't make. But he makes those, and they have a guy that does those things too in Mauro Lowe. So I thought Devin was terrific. Made some huge shots. I mean, we weren't sharp all night, and they had a big reason to do with that.
In the first half, you're shooting sub 35%. You commit turnovers. Columbia, I think, didn't have a turnover in that first half as well. Spencer Weiss doesn't score. Henry Caruso doesn't score. Stephen Cook doesn't score. You're down by 4. Are you actually encouraged after the first 20 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, of course, we were like, what's going on? But we were very encouraged that we were only down 4. 1 for 9 from 3. We couldn't buy a bucket. Those 3 guys combined, I think, were 4 for 23 for the game. So, like I said, I mean, we do have a lot of good pieces. I'm really pleased that we were able to get out of here with a win. Probably should have gone home with a loss, but this league's all about surviving and advancing.
Now you go back home for 5 of your final 7 games. You're at the halfway point. You're only a game behind Yale. I know this is a confidence boost just because of the win here and the way you won it, but at the same time, 5 home games in the final 7 games, is that something that you're emphasizing with your team or will emphasize with your team soon?
Yeah, I keep telling the guys, like, each day is important. We'll have to regroup tomorrow, study, get back to school on Monday. And, of course, Yale's very good, and so is Brown. So each weekend has kind of a life of its own. You got to navigate the Friday night game and then got to get yourself ready for a really important Saturday game. We like being at home. We've played pretty well there this year, but, I think that it's whoever is sharp each Friday night and then whoever is sharp each Saturday night. And then you got to get lucky sometimes.
You don't want to assume who's going to win, who's going to lose in the Ivy League. But both teams knew tonight that without a win, it's possible you're down 2 games in the loss column to Yale halfway through the season. Was that even emphasized when you're speaking about this game with Columbia, knowing that the loser may be behind the 8 ball?
Yeah, we knew about it going in. I probably knew about it a little bit more than I think everybody knew that. But I keep telling them, like, I think it's who navigates the rest of the league. And then you got to try to split with these 2 teams. So, they're very good. We got them in a couple weeks at our place. Of course, we have Yale at our place this weekend. So, survive and advance. Very happy to be where we are.
How good is this team? You're now 16-5. The 5 teams you lost to have a combined record of, I believe, 98-20, with Stony Brook and St. Joe's and Maryland and Miami and Yale as well. How good is this team now beating a team that had 17 wins coming into this game?
Yeah, I'm a buyer with this group. They're very good, and they think that they are. They want and believe in each other. They want each other to do well. We're winning some games that we probably shouldn't win, which is nice. But I think for the most part, we're a work in progress still. And as long as we keep thinking that way, we're going to get a lot better.
More remarkable win tonight or 20 years ago in Indianapolis?
Well, that one was a pretty special win. That was for me, though. This one's for them. This one's pretty special.
Mitch Henderson, head coach of the Princeton Tigers, 88-83 overtime winners over the Columbia Lions. Coach Henderson, thank you so very much for the time.
Great, thank you.